What's going on, guys? It's your boy ATF Cobra, and today I have some tips and tricks on how to play as the engineer class and how to progress, level up a little bit faster, level your vehicles up, and become better as a player as well. Now, the engineer class is probably the hardest class to play as, and I feel like it's the hardest class because the small is a little bit difficult to use. Not all players know how to use it, and sometimes people get a little bit frustrated while using it and decide to quit on it. Now, what you guys want to do, when you're using a small, which is probably the first gun that the first anti-vehicle or weapon that you do get, and which is already default unlocked, is remember that it fires slow. The small fires really slow. That's why you have to predict where your enemy is going. See here, I missed the first shot, but then when he comes back around, I predict where he's about to go. He's looping around. I shoot right in front of him. Boom! I get the takedown. Now that's super easy to do when they're coming across, and here I get a little bit excited. But what you guys want to do is always predict where your enemy is going, because the small is very slow. It fires slow, so your enemy could kind of jump out the way before you get to him. And when you're shooting tanks, make sure to hit the rear, because you get shots like these. I hit him with probably 2 shots. I don't know if he was damaged or not before. But when you get shots like those, you tend to either destroy or disable tanks and vehicles, and 2 shots was actually perfect. It helps out your team. It keeps them from being suppressed and actually scared of moving forward to objectives, because when you have a tank in your way, you're less likely to rush in that spot and be able to take out your enemy. Now, the reason why you want to do this as an engineer is because that's your job. That's your damn job, to take out these vehicles, make sure that your teammates are able to push in and be able to tackle objectives. So if you're not doing your job, when you're having a sniper do it, or you're having a support guy take out vehicles, it's definitely not going to lead to any good games. And for engineer, what you guys also want to do is grab a vehicle. Learn all the vehicles, learn to be familiar with any of the vehicles, so just in case if you snatch one from your enemy, he won't tear you up with it, or you'll be able to destroy him and help your team out as well. And here, always try to repair. If there's no enemies around you, repair in the left to right angle and try to be unpredictable, because sometimes when you are repairing, you are vulnerable. And here, knowing when to bail, another part of engineer lesson. When your vehicle is losing at least 20 health points each time it's attacked, it's time to bail, because that thing's going down. It's going down like a ship. Sometimes you might get lucky and have that 5% and be able to still manage to destroy another tank if you're in one tank and you're trying to destroy the other. But don't risk that. Don't risk dying, because you put yourself back, into the spawn. You're either going to spawn your teammates or spawn into development. You definitely don't want to do that. So make sure you guys know when to bail, when not to bail. And repairing is a necessity. It really helps out your team, because vehicles, once they're damaged and once they're disabled and you repair them, if you don't repair them back to 100%, they're gonna keep losing health points, and you definitely don't want to be riding in a tank while it's losing its points, because it's just gonna blow up anyways. Another thing is knowing when a vehicle is done and destroyed, and to not try to repair it when it's health is almost disintegrated and there's no more bars that you could literally see to repair that vehicle. Don't bother trying to repair it, because it's probably gonna blow up in your face and end up killing you. And here, when you have multiple engineers, it works out perfectly, especially for land vehicles and sometimes air vehicles. Another rocket shot here, but I didn't get destroyed. But it makes for perfect anti land vehicles, because the more shots you have on one tank or one vehicle, the easier it is to take down. Another thing about the engineers, they're a little bit more gutsy and bold. They could go out there and kind of rush a little bit, because the carbines, most of the carbines fire pretty quickly. The M4A1 is the first one. The only slow firing carbine, which I'm doing a review on my next video, is the AK-74, and it's actually a little bit slow. It's a lot slower of firing than the M4, but I highly recommend the M4 and A1 anyways. But tune into my next video, like I said, for the review on that. And also vehicles, leveling up your vehicles. When you're play a lot more conquest, because when you're capturing those flags, you get those points towards your vehicle as well. Oh, bet you didn't know that. It's like, no, I'm just playing. But anyways, capturing flags with vehicles such as helicopters, tanks are gonna help level up your tanks. It's gonna go towards those points. Here I missed that slightly. Oh my god, that would have been nice. But yeah, anyways, let's not get distracted. You know, stay on flags, capture flags with tanks, with any type of vehicle that you have, because you're gonna level up with it and you're gonna be able to get better unlocks. Like me, I'm waiting to unlock the canister shells for the tank, and reactive armor, or whatever else unlocks for the tanks, because that's my favorite vehicle. That's the thing I'm pretty good in. I'm decent in helicopters. I can fly them okay. I can't fly them pretty well. I mean, even on PC I'll crash. On the Xbox I won't crash anymore. My PC is a little bit more difficult and I start to crash. Crash. Well, learn your vehicle, learn your favorite vehicles to play with, and learn all vehicles, so you won't just be a noob once you hop into something and not know what to do. And if you don't know what you're doing in the vehicle, and there's a player that's beeping you or knifing you or something like that, he's showing you to get out of that vehicle, let him take it. Let him do more damage to the enemy team, because if you're in it and you're not able to do anything, you're just going to get yourself destroyed or killed, and that's not going to help your teammates at all, especially if someone's waiting and knows what they're doing for that vehicle. My second favorite vehicles are probably the LAVs, because they're really quick mobile vehicles. They do fire off you know, little heat rounds that aren't too powerful. I think they reduce the splash damage on these because they feel like they do less damage. But look here, I'm capturing the flag, and the points that I get from capturing this flag is actually going towards my vehicle upgrades, which actually helps me out a ton. So if you guys don't, you know, go out there and kill as many enemies, just capture flags, because those, like I said, those points will go towards you upgrading your vehicle. And here's the last part of the video. I'm just running around, and with a little medium range class setup. The M4 I recommend for you guys if you do want to go long range with the engineer class. Use the M4 with the ACOG sight and probably a laser to help you out. You know, blind your enemies just a little bit for the long range gunfights. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review on the engineer class. These tips and tricks should definitely help you guys out. So go out and try them. You know, that's all for the video. It's been your boy ATF Cobra. Peace.